Denarii and arrows. Is that really it? I guess so. Okay, we're out of here. We're out of here. Woo! Oh, my health is still... I'm still a little bit injured because technically it's not like I died or anything. Well, that makes up for the 1,000 denarii I spent earlier for no reason. Holy crap, that's a lot of money. But yeah, it's just money though. It's not the biggest of issues. We don't know what to do with the lunar pendant yet. Sendia Def. Okay, well, we continue on doing random things then. Give the willow bark to Rufius. Right, we were gonna do that. And we also want to make Malleolus drop out of the election because he's clearly a little bit not right in the head. A lot of people might think he's better than Sentius because Sentius is making everyone live so strictly, but Malleolus, his first action after becoming magistrate was to kill Sentius, which is not... it's not exactly a benevolent thing to do. I wonder if digging up the fact that he's a cultist would be enough for Malleolus to drop out. And then every single person that we saw at the election there, maybe we have to go to them individually and convince them to vote for Galerius instead. And then there's stuff about the Temple of Demeter. Yeah, okay, I'm just trying to keep track of what we're doing here. Okay, to begin with, I think what I want to do is... let's see. What I want to do is...
Salve, friend. Mind telling me who you are and why you look like you've just taken on a gladiator and lost?
Oh! This is the first loop that we've seen after... the first loop beginning that we've seen after we know about Sentius being not quite the moral person here. Let's wait a little bit. Oh, so all I gotta do is get everyone in the cistern? Would that really work? I'm not sure. Please take care of some things urgently for me.
Oh, sounds serious. I'm listening.
I'll shelve that for another conversation. I need you to save Yulia.
Yulia? Oh no. Alright, I can do that.
And then I'm not gonna ask you to save Fabia because I'm gonna go save her myself so that I can talk to the armed stranger. But even before that, I want to go back to that one place where Ulpius is supposed to be, the temple that we couldn't open.
I'll go, but once I'm done, I'll need you to tell me how you know all of this.
Okay, so maybe let's start heading over. Maybe if we go there earlier, then the temple would be open when Octavia is around. Hold up. I think Fabia is okay as long as I don't go near the area, so the armed stranger's not gonna come out. And there's still places we haven't looked around yet. Plenty. Ulpius. Somewhere in this building. Actually, I don't think we've ever even been, like, over here. Oh, yeah, this is... oh. But it's locked. We have to get the key from somebody.
Salve, friend. I'm Octavia. Welcome to life under the Golden Rule. It's a ghastly thing, is it not? How are you faring so far?
I'm fine, thanks.
Ah, another stoic, perhaps. We all need something to help us through times like these. We've all been where you are now. I remember when I first arrived. I used to lay awake at night contemplating the big questions. Why am I here? Is there a way out? What is the Golden Rule, and who or what is responsible for it? I still don't have any of the answers, I'm afraid. I don't think anybody does. But I'm happy to share with you what I've learned.
Actually, I really need to talk to Ulpius.
All right, well, it was lovely to meet you. I look forward to getting to know you better over the coming months. And if you ever...
I can't believe this is how it ends.
Whoa, 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 dude!
Oh, no. No. No, 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 no. Ulpius, what are you doing? Get back from there. If you lose your balance, you'll fall.
That's the idea.
What? Why? Why would you want that?
Why do you think I'm stuck for the rest of my life working for a man who treats me like an animal?
I know things are hard for you right now. They're hard for all of us. We're all in this together, Ulpius. Please just think this through. If you do this, it could be the sin that seals all of our fates. Is that what you want?
I'm sorry, but I just don't care anymore.
Please, Ulpius. Help him. If he goes through with it, it could be the end for us all. I don't know what to do. I've never had to deal with this sort of thing. Please, you need to talk to him.
Well, we know that suicide is not a sin. Makes you wonder about this god, huh? Everything is very arbitrary. Do you really think a suicide would break the golden rule?
I don't know, but it's a crime for slaves to take their own lives.
Oh.
And a debt bondsman isn't far off.
The suicide of a free person versus a slave. Well, we know that it doesn't matter. For Yulia as well. Alright, I'll talk to him.
Thank you. And please, choose your words carefully.
Ooh, a game where we time travel, where we stop somebody from jumping off? Can't say I've ever done that before, or have I? Ulpius, can we talk?
Let me guess. You're going to lecture me on how suicide is a crime against the Empire.
I was just gonna ask you what's wrong.
I screwed up my life. That's what's wrong. I borrowed money, and when I couldn't pay it back, I wound up in debt bondage. I'll be stuck slaving away for that Culus Cumulatis Malleolus for the rest of my life. I'm out. Wherever you are.
Oh no, that's it?
Scintilla, my love. I'm sorry.
Ulpius, no!
Oh god.
I can't believe he went through with it. Oh Lord. That poor lamb.
Must have been the third option then. You have the right to take away your own life if you are suffering enough. His suicide didn't break the golden rule. What does that mean?
Well, I suppose it means suicide isn't a sin under the golden rule. So I guess that means whichever god is responsible for it. It isn't mine.
Was that my fault?
That was not your fault. There's no way you could have given him what he wanted, moments after you arrived.
If we could get the conversation to be talking about Scintilla, I think it would be okay. Because we know that Scintilla is alive, and I think that's part of the reason why... Actually, he mentions the debt. But this is probably Scintilla's lover, right? So somehow, if we make use of that fact, or maybe another way to go around it is blackmail Malleolus into breaking off the debts. What happens now?
I'll have to let everyone know what happened. And I guess Malleolus will have to clean up the mess in his villa. It's of his own making, after all. And I'd best pray for poor Ulpius.
No rewinding time powers here. Oh, is that where he did it? Oh my god. Hey, there's a hole in the... Is that... I wonder if that's explorable, but obviously I don't want to go down like this. Okay. Great temple door. There is a back door here that is locked. Yeah, I think this makes sense though. Like, you don't solve it the first time around. You're supposed to make a mistake and then realize how to do it. And then solve it. That's how that would work better anyway. Well, if we're gonna go to Malleolus...
I hope you're taking care of yourself.
Hold on, maybe let's deal with the armed stranger first then. Oh, I've never been here. Bathhouse? Always remember they're watching. Theophilus had an orgy with 4 girls here and disappointed all of them equally. Hey, man, what matters is he tried. He can brag about that one time, but nobody else can. Right. This might trigger the golden rule then. We'll see.
Help! You have to do something! A man arrived in the baths. A real nasty sort, with his face all covered up. And he's got a weapon. You have to do something, or he's gonna break the golden rule.
I'll get right on it.
Thank you. He's still in there, somewhere. I have to hide. Find me in this empty shrine when it's over.
Well, I don't want you to die. Don't go in there.
What? Why?
Just trust me. Okay. I don't think we've been in that building before. The only reason why I want to do this part is because I want to see what the other option leads to. I don't think we actually need to solve it.
Stop right there. I'm looking for Tiberius Quinctius Crispus, otherwise known as Quinctius. Do you know where he is?
Oh, we never confirmed with Malleolus, but I can still use the option. I don't know a Quinctius.
I'm not sure I believe that, so allow me to explain something to you. I am here with orders from Emperor Nero himself to find and execute the cultist Quinctius for terrible crimes against the Empire. So, if you tell me the truth, I will allow you to live. But if you lie to me or otherwise obstruct the Emperor's business in any way, I will put this arrow through your chest. Is that understood?
I swear I wasn't lying.
You are not off to a good start. When I ask you a question, I expect an answer. Is that understood?
Got it.
Thank you. Now tell me, who are you people, and what is this place?
We're just a small community of strangers who wound up here by accident.
A small community. Ha! I was told Quinctius was a cultist, but I never thought he'd be foolish enough to lead me right to the heart of his mystery cult.
Wait, what's a mystery cult?
Oh, don't play coy with me. I don't care if you're worshipping Bacchus, Magna Mater, or Christ. You lot are all the same to me. Always sneaking off to your secret sanctuaries, indoctrinating each other with your little mantras. The Emperor may have tolerated your activities up until now, but after what Quinctius did, those days are numbered.
Well, this is actually quite a lengthy conversation. You got the wrong idea. We're not cultists.
You say that, but if you're not a cult, then why go to such great lengths to keep this place a secret?
We're not keeping it a secret. We're all trapped in here.
So you admit you're not allowed to leave.
How did you get here? Did you die too? Yeah, that is strange. How did you get in here? I don't think he'll believe me. It's not that we're not allowed to leave. We physically can't leave. There's no way out.
Threatening me is not going to help you. But in any case, that sounds an awful lot like a cult to me. And I saw the inscription saying, "The many shall suffer for the sins of the one." I take it this is some kind of mantra you all believe?
It's not a mantra. It's a warning.
A distinction without a difference. You've clearly been indoctrinated into this nonsense. Now tell me, where did you lot get enough gold to make all these statues?
They were once people who were turned to gold as punishment.
You lot are practicing human sacrifice too.
Oh god.
You people disgust me.
That's not what I meant. We didn't turn them into gold. A god did it, and we don't know which one.
Of course you'd say that, but that's what your kind do, isn't it? Our god told us to do it. It's all clear to me now. the secret sanctuary, the indoctrination, the mantra, the human sacrifice. You're cultists, there's no doubt in my mind. What baffles me is how a person can believe in something with such zeal. They just can't see what they've become. However, you still have a chance to redeem yourself by telling me where Quintius is. Do not waste it.
What can you tell me about Quintius?
Very well. Here's what I know. He's a 40 to 50-year-old man with distinctive eyes, one green and one blue. He's also known to have delusions of grandeur. The Emperor says he and his cult, your cult, are responsible for starting the fire which burnt half of Rome to the ground and killed thousands in the process.
Okay, yeah, he can't be the new magistrate either, as if immediately killing Sentius wasn't enough. Oh. Perhaps the Emperor was looking for a scapegoat.
Who are you to challenge what the Emperor says? Were you there? Do you have spies and scouts all over Rome, like he does? No, you do not. This is your last chance. Are you going to tell me where he is or not?
Yeah, he's in the empty shrine. Okay, I thought about talking to Malleolus and asking about the whole Quintius stuff. But if this guy goes to kill him, well, that would not be good because the golden rule would get broken. Okay. There is one thing I want to try eventually to see what happens. I want to kill Sentius and see what happens if he can't make a portal. Will we get to the same ending as earlier? I'm guessing that would happen, but except Scintilla wouldn't say anything to me, because she would be dead too. Actually, okay, if I say no, he's gonna kill me, right? Why can't I just say he's in the empty shrine? Actually, I do know where he is.
Suddenly it's all coming back to you, is it?
Yeah, so I think this option, we already did it in the beginning, but I feel like they should have forced me to have this whole conversation and then have me pick this, as opposed to letting this be an option in the very first branch in the dialogue. Yeah, I think that makes more sense, especially for someone who's trying to get more context and understand the story, but anyway. I won't let you do it for now. Yeah, he's in the shrine.
Thank you. For your service to the Empire, I'll let you live for now, but you'd best make sure our paths don't cross again.
I kind of want to do things intentionally. I don't want to just try out dialogue options and then realize, oh, I accidentally solved a puzzle. Like, if we're focusing on one puzzle, then we just hone in on it and then try to solve that one, if possible. Because the way we're talking to a billion people like this, it's going to be really easy to accidentally solve puzzles like we've been doing in the beginning. This is the Demeter temple, right? Hold on, I'm gonna watch this first.
Curse you, cultist.
This is honestly so damn funny. Warning! The shrine may collapse at any moment, and then it just does. So if I walked in there myself, would I have been dead? Maybe. How did this assassin get in here anyway? It's kind of amazing. I believe this is it? Dooley's cell is right there. And then I think someone mentioned something about how the temple is across his cell. This isn't exactly a cross. A Greek statue, probably of the goddess to whom this temple is dedicated. Perhaps a local Greek resident knows more about her. Oh, Demeter then. This is a very obvious hidden pathway. Nothing over here. Well, maybe we're gonna look for a Greek plaque this time. Someone has been through here recently. Somebody lives here. Greek vase. So this might have to do with finding the Greek plaque. Or we know where the Greek plaque is actually. So maybe this is another plaque. Okay, well, no matter. We'll just figure it out. The only way we'll find out is by exploring. And we haven't even gone to the hidden shrine behind the theater yet. Someone going through a lot of trouble. One of the missing people, I'm guessing, would be here. A lyre, a Greek lyre, played by being strummed with a plectrum. Greek statues, Greek artifacts. Where even are we? Should I have my bow at the ready just in case? Ooh. What? Oh my god. Oh! No, I just want to put it away. I don't want to scare him. Why can't I put it away? Hello?
Ah, a visitor.
Kabash?
Welcome, welcome. May I ask your name?
I'm Welonzius.
It's a sincere pleasure to meet you. Tell me, what brings you all the way down here?
Well, I'm really looking for Kabash to look for the plaque. I'm looking for Kabash.
Ah, Kabash. I know this man. He came through here some weeks ago. I will tell you everything I know, but first, a request. I've been living down here alone for many years, with nobody to talk to but myself. The one thing I long for above all else before I die is a good philosophical argument with somebody astute.
Oh god.
I'm hoping that person is you. Let us find out with this simple question. Have you deduced the name of the god responsible for the Golden Rule?
We think it's Pluto. We have no way to confirm it. Pluto, god of the underworld.
Excellent. I see you are indeed quite astute. Very few come to that realization before their time in the sun is over. Now, will you join me in a friendly Socratic dialogue?
Who are you? It could be Kabash trying to pretend he's not Kabash, but he's talking about Greek stuff, and Kabash is Egyptian. So probably not, but you know about the Golden Rule being imposed by Pluto. If I have to.
Good enough for me. Now, let me begin with a question. Would you say you know the difference between right and wrong?
Ooh. I'm not sure. It's a complex question.
You are an overthinker too. We're the same then. It is probably why I became a philosopher. But if you struggle with right and wrong normally, then down here with the Golden Rule, surely your struggle can only have become more difficult.
It is.
Well, that's reassuring. And the truth is, you're not alone. You see, out there in the world, being uncertain about right and wrong was acceptable because our mistakes rarely had consequences. So we would tell lies and bend rules and turn a blind eye and rationalize, and yet still find a way to think of ourselves as good people. But under the Golden Rule, morality matters. The slightest wrongdoing could result in a mass execution. So to navigate this maze, we would have to be certain about the difference between right and wrong. Wouldn't you agree?
Whose version of right and wrong?
That is an excellent question, and it leads directly to my next line of inquiry. So let me ask you this. Is there one system of morality which is always perfectly correct, which you could follow in every situation and always do the right thing?
I don't think so. Are you going down the line of reasoning where if there's multiple systems of morality, then everything that we're doing has to be wrong in some system? No, I don't think so.
Are you sure? Or is it possible that humans simply haven't figured out the right system yet?
I think there's no such thing as a correct morality.
So is it up to each of us to decide what right and wrong mean to us individually? Or must we simply follow the laws and customs of whichever community we're in?
Does he actually want to know what I think, or does he want someone who agrees with him? Because I'm getting the impression that he doesn't agree with what I'm saying here. Ooh. Yeah, especially since he's asking me, "Oh, you want to change your answer?" I think we should decide for ourselves. But just because something is wrong to you doesn't mean you get to turn people into gold statues. Is that okay? The laws and customs, oh my god, well not this community. This place is a little bit too crazy. Look at people like Decius, he's not. No. But everyone deciding what's right or wrong for ourselves seems kind of... It's not... Then we can't have a system that really says, you're right, you're wrong. Wait, I want to change my answer.
Good. Never discourage anyone who continually makes progress, no matter how slow. Would you say you know the difference between right and wrong?
It's not something I often think about.
I see. Then a word of advice. If you do not want to get yourself and everyone else in this place killed, it is best that you start thinking about it, and soon. You see, out there in the world, being uncertain about right and wrong was acceptable because our mistakes rarely had consequences. So we would tell lies and bend rules and turn a blind eye and rationalize, and yet still find a way to think of ourselves as good people. But under the golden rule, morality matters. The slightest wrongdoing could result in a mass execution. So to navigate this maze, we would have to be certain.
I suppose so.
So let me ask you this.
Is there one system of morality which is always perfectly correct? No, like I just can't say... I can't say anything other than no because I just can't see the answer being yes, but okay, there is more than one.
How can that be? Since they all have differences, it follows that in some cases they would offer different conclusions about what is right and wrong. If there is a correct moral code, then wouldn't it follow that only one can be the correct one?
It's kind of like similar to religion, where if you know that there are multiple religions in this world, and at least one of them say that you can only believe in one religion, and that if you don't believe in that religion, you're going to hell, then everybody in the world's gonna go to hell, according to some religion. This seems like such a cop-out answer, though. But this is a difficult question. Oh, maybe there's no correct morality.
Are you sure? Or is it possible that humans simply haven't figured out the right system yet?
I suppose we just haven't figured it out yet.
After hundreds of years, and as many great thinkers dedicating their lives to these questions, what hope do we have if our best and brightest haven't been able to answer them?
What's your point?
My point is this. I don't think anyone alive truly knows any hard and fast rules about right and wrong.
No, something like do not kill? What if someone is really heinous? What if it's someone like Malleolus? Then does do not kill still apply? I don't think so. Fair point.
If there is one thing I have observed about rules, it is that virtuous people do not need them, and evil people will always find a way around them.
Great point.
And so we must accept our limitations, and the sad truth that no human society will ever achieve the utopia for which it strives. In mathematics, we would call it an asymptote, a line that can be approached but never reached. Because the only way to create a utopia is with the ever-present threat of force, such as the Golden Rule. This and no other is the root from which a tyrant springs when he first appears as a protector. And life under tyranny is no utopia at all.
Sure, why not?
I admit, I am talking a lot. Forgive me. I'm just excited to have company. In any case, thank you for humoring an old man. I would be happy to answer your questions.
You sound like a person who has been troubled by this philosophical question about the morality of the Golden Rule, and so you've removed yourself from society to not deal with it, kind of. You're still gonna die if somebody up there breaks the Golden Rule, but here, you don't have to talk to anybody, and you don't have to think about it. What's your story?
You mean, how did I end up living alone in this cave with nothing but these relics of the past for company? It's a long story.
I'm listening.
I was a quarrelsome young man. At 19, I left Corinth for Rome to study rhetoric at one of her finest academies, so I could argue more forcefully. Back then, I used to enjoy verbally sparring with everyone I could, and I was good. One night, I found myself in a tavern in an argument with a drunk mercenary. It became heated, he drew a gladius, and I won the argument, but lost my life. I woke up on the banks of the Styx at a campfire opposite Karen. Of course, I tried to persuade her to let me return, but even with all my skill, I failed. I settled in, made friends, and learned what I could, quickly realizing our little community faced certain death under the Golden Rule. So I began looking for a place to hide underground. Fortunately, I found this place waiting for me. You see, I was not the first to take refuge here. I returned to my friends above, persuaded them to join me, and 12 of us descended for the last time to live out our days hidden from Hades' tyranny.
Uses Hades because he's Greek. But you know about the whole Charon thing then. You realize exactly that we're in the underworld, just like Livia. Hades? You mean Pluto?
They are one and the same. The Romans call him Pluto, but long
Hermit
before
philosopher.
that, my people called him Hades.
Why can't you return to the surface?
My generation was wiped out, turned to gold, many years ago. My friends and I were able to avoid the same fate by hiding down here.
Oh!
I think it's safest to assume that if I was to return, Hades would realize that his furies hadn't finished the job, and he'd send them after me again.
This god, whoever's doing this, has some very weirdly human limitations. He can turn everyone into gold, but it's not like okay, I know that there's currently 20 people living in the city right now, so all 20 people have to become gold. No, he just unfreezes a bunch of bow golden people and they go around trying to shoot everybody until it seems like all's quiet. So they don't even realize that there are people down here. Ah, you're from a different generation. Then you're not on the citizen register then. You're just a Greek person who was here from a different cycle. Yeah, that's such a weirdly human limitation. For someone who can enact such a godly rule, it's weird. Why can't you tell me your name?
I fear that if you were to utter my name in the city, even by mistake, that Hades would hear you and know I am still alive.
One of the whispers that we got before was, he listens with their ears. So okay, that makes sense. I shouldn't have told you my name then. Where is everyone else? You mentioned your friends.
I'm afraid I am the only one left. There were 12 of us in
12?
the beginning, but one by one, my friends passed away. Some from malnutrition, others from madness and despair. It has been lonely. Before my unexpected visit from Kabash some weeks ago, I'd not seen another person in many, many years.
Okay, this god does really shoddy work. You're telling me that they missed 12 people in turning them into gold statues. Okay, that's a lot of people. How have you survived down here?
Living in darkness is not without its challenges. The first challenge is diet. Fortunately, I found that eating fresh fish provides most of the nutrients I need. And sometimes, when there are Greek people living up above, I surface at night and salvage the offerings they've left in the Temple of Demeter. The greater challenge is the isolation. So I like to imagine arguments, where I argue both sides. But, like so many things in life, arguments are better with a partner.
He didn't tell me his name, but you know how Georgius was saying, hey, like the food is disappearing in the temple. I feel like if Pluto was really listening, he would hear that and investigate. I could very well just go up and be like, hey, there's somebody down there, without saying his name, but that would still be bad for you, right? Let's talk about something else.
As you wish.
Do you know a way out of here?
Ha! If I did, would I be living like this?
Are you living? Are we living? What do you think about the golden rule? Oh, I think we know what you think.
Did we not discuss it at length already? Oh, I see. You're toying with me. Ha!
Do you know where I can find a plaque that was removed from the obelisk?
You seek the plaque bearing the Egyptian inscription?
We're asking a Greek person for the Egyptian plaque. That's the one.
It is a cursed object, and I would be happy to give it to you if Kabash had not already taken it.
Alright, then tell me where Kabash is.
I will tell you, but you may find him hostile. To prepare for your encounter, there are certain things you must know. Very few know this, but before the Romans came to this city, it was once entirely Greek. The architecture, the temples, and the people. When the Romans came, in typical fashion, they claimed it as their own, built over everything that could be built over, and renamed the things that could not. Thus, the shrine of Persephone became the shrine of Proserpina. And when they found an obelisk bearing the name Hades, they tore it off and replaced it with Pluto instead. And the city's dwindling Greek residents, witnessing this compulsive Roman conquest, decided to preserve what they could of their heritage. They gathered their art and valuables, secreted them away through the Temple of Demeter, and hid them here, out of reach of the Romans.
I'm with you so far.
However, there was one thing that always seemed out of place to me, and it is the very thing you seek. An even older plaque bearing an Egyptian inscription.
All these different plaques basically imply that this has been around for a very long time. It's not Roman ruins. It just happens that the latest group of people are all Roman.
We had no idea until years later when the first of my friends began to die. As a result of their deaths, we began to dig catacombs branching off from this cavern to lay them to rest. We extended the tunnel so far that we accidentally discovered another, an even older tunnel, which somebody had gone to great lengths to keep hidden. Suddenly it made sense why there was an out-of-place Egyptian plaque among our people's possessions. You see, we proud Greeks had thought the Romans beasts for stealing and corrupting our heritage. But it turns out this game has been going on much longer than any of us imagined. I think it is best you head through the catacombs and follow Kabash's trail.
What's in there?
There are certain things you must see for yourself. Take this key. You'll need it to open the gate.
The metal gate to the catacombs. Well, thank you. Well, I'll be going now. Thank you for the talk.
I enjoyed our chat, but please, keep my presence here a secret, yes?
Alright, I will. I want to bring you with me. If we ever find a way to get out of this place. That would be great. So the Egyptian plaque Equitia says I should ask Kabash. We know he has it. He came down here 3 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago? What does that imply? Because I thought Centilla also disappeared around 3 weeks ago. Okay. Hopefully the election is not going to start that early. Guess we're not talking to Malleolus for now. Nutrients in these fish might have helped the old man compensate for the lack of sunlight. Oh, you poor man. I'll come visit you again, alright? Oh. Oh, the many shall suffer for the sins of the one, but in Greek. Now available in multiple languages. Is this the catacombs? Oh, this is a one-way trip. Wait, what? I just went back to where I came from. Catacombs. Here. How did I... Oh, okay, I see.